52年前，我哋嘅創始人 Mr. Raymond Cook 先生，佢認為音樂一定要將佢原本去還原翻出嚟。我哋過去用咗8年嘅時間去研發，去推出新一代嘅 New Reference。咁咧，以下嘅時間咧，我就交俾我啲同事阿 Michael Johnson 同埋 Simon Davis。咁我將以下嘅時間交俾我啲同事。
Thank you for coming. A very good morning to you all. Reference 1 is a three-way bookshelf speaker. Then we have the larger reference 3, which is just over there, and the big reference 5, utilising 4 bass drivers. Same driver topology in the reference 4C sensor, and we have a very powerful 1000-watt twin 9-inch driver subwoofer. It's very interesting because people were coming up to us saying, "Oh, but the drivers, the 6.5-inch drivers, they're the old reference had great big drivers. What's the bass going to be like? Is the bass going to be good?" Well, let me tell you, when you listen to the first demo track, I think you'll be astounded. They sound absolutely fantastic. But we use aluminium diaphragms on the drivers, they're vented, there's big magnets, big coils. These things are very, very powerful. And that's just because our acoustic engineers have worked very hard on producing some great driver technology. They just perform really, really well. Great sound. This you'll probably all be familiar with, but it's one of our key KEF technologies. So it's the actual UniQ is the tweeter, is basically the acoustic sensor of in this case the mid driver. Okay, so the sound radiates from one source. It absolutely integrates perfectly with these new 6.5-inch drive units, so that you get fantastic sound stage, very high, very wide. Don't necessarily need a sweet spot. It's actually the stuff inside the cabinet, and it's very heavily braced. There's lots of internal walls, and it makes the speaker sound just very, very, very clear. We don't have much coloration going on because we use something called constrained layer damping. This was something that we used first, I think, in the LS50, and that had some very interesting internal walls. And we use constrained layer damping between the internal bracing and the exterior walls to make sure that you can hear the drive units and nothing else. That's the most important thing. The flexible port technology. Thank you very much. Obviously, interiors are going to be very different. People want speakers to do very different things. With the reference, you can actually, it comes with 2 different ports. Now these ports allow bass tuning. So if you like your bass strong and a bit weighty, then use these ones. If you have, for instance, a smaller environment, you want your speakers slightly closer to a wall perhaps, you can actually tune the bass with this, which sort of cuts it down a little bit, prevents those extra reflections and that further bass performance.
So talk a little bit about the inspiration for reference from a design point of view. So this series is actually, some of the inspiration we took was to look very much at furniture and how our products would integrate into people's homes. Many people actually will accept a sort of narrow cabinet at the front. Tall is also quite good, it seems as elegant. And then they're not too worried about how much depth you have on it. So in fact, this is actually, the proportions of this is actually working directly with some of our people and our clients and listening to what goes on. And again, in sort of test results, it's actually gone down very well. So the proportions here are very tall, very elegant, have been very deliberately done as well.
好，咁唔該曬Simon嗰個非常詳細嘅一個 presentation 啦。咁我都知道大家其實嚟到都會好想去聽一聽隻 reference，rather than淨係聽個 presentation。我哋嚟緊就會將時間交俾鐘哥，咁樣鐘哥咧就會選咗3首歌今日做唔同嘅 demo 嘅。咁我就唔講咁多嘢啦，將個時間交俾鐘哥。咁
上一代嘅 reference 06年 launch 之後到而家嘅話就8年先至轉款啦。咁我哋喺呢8年嘅話累積咗更加多嘅成熟嘅經驗同一啲原材料去做一個新嘅 reference。單元後邊咧，佢加咗個 vented 嘅技術喺度嘅，所以如果加埋呢兩個技術嘅話咧，咁你成個磁通量推同索呢一個部分嘅話咧，你就好明顯個順變個速度同個 damping 咧係同以往嘅低頻咧係好唔一樣嘅。揀咗一個舊少少嘅錄音 encore 嘅一個最尾段嘅 drum set， 首歌名都幾搞笑，叫 Cowbell。